Throughout this book, I have hailed the free market and dealt with the deleterious effects of state interference in the market. However, I do not wish to give the impression that I believe a free market would be utopia, just that it is the best. This booklet is long enough, but here are some examples of what I subjectively classify as market failure. Now, I know many will say definitionally market failure only means anything if we assume some goal. And I assume the goals for this analysis' sake of wealth and happiness. Right? Those are the goals. And if market doesn't lead to those goals, then it's market failure. Okay. Advertising. Assuming information asymmetry, that is the producer has more knowledge of a given product than the consumer. The producer may be able to advertise and convince the consumer to ascribe greater value to the advertiser's product than the competitor's product. And this projection of value onto Pepsi as being better than RC Cola is a false signal, and one that occurs without a central bank, or without a central anything, without a state. Advertising is the sending of false signals, and it occurs on a free market. Now, I understand many small businesses must advertise to get off the ground, though I believe a system of registers and third-party boards would and do work better at relaying relevant information to consumers, and that advertising is mere propaganda that dulls the feedback mechanism, and that's what's really bad. Right? It dulls the feedback mechanism. People stop listening to advertisements because they've heard so many. Another example of a market failure, according to me, would be natural monopolies. An example would be a mountain pass, an oasis, or any constricted geographical area. And of course, monopolies don't form because of the increasing in price of buyout. Like as soon as you get to the last railroad in the mountain line, he's going to charge right up to the point where the monopolist is almost would say it's not worth it. And of course, you have the problems, the internal instability of cartels. But let's say if one man could acquire ownership of a constricted passage or resource, and it's so constricted that one man gets it. It's not like 5 people get it. One man gets it, and he can charge at the monopoly rate or near it, depending on the importance of the resource, right? And I'm thinking of things like the Suez and the Panama canals. Now, maybe you could make another canal, through that general area, or you can make another canal through Panama. But to the extent that it's difficult to make another canal or sail all the way around, South America, around the Strait of Magellan and around the Horn of Africa, is the extent to which the person or institution owning those canals will be able to charge at the monopoly rate. As for the transition from a statist to a stateless society, that is another topic. The purpose of this booklet was to make the case that a stateless society is feasible and optimal for just about everyone at its steady state, at its realization. It is workable in a vacuum.